So I made hang gliders.
All
'Cause, you
right,
know,
wait. I need to eat food too.
I'll tell you. I know.
All that working out.
I'm just like, yeah, I know, right? I just let people know what we're doing. So I made hang gliders for everyone, and they're amazing. And I'm going to show them how to use the hang gliders, or at least one of us how to use the hang gliders. So
I
one of
have
us,
never flown it, so I have
one
no
of us
idea
figured
what
it
I'm
out
doing.
already. The other one of us is new to this. All right. So to use the hang glider, you have it in your hand, and then you right click on it, and you'll notice that they'll just right click on it once. There you go. That's on your back, and all you have to do when you're ready to go is just jump. And if you hold down the arrow key that moves you forward, you glide faster, and you descend slower. If you just stay still, it kind of goes at a kind of a slower pace, and you go down further.
So that's like if you're walking.
Yeah, as if you're walking.
Okay.
All right. So I'll let y'all go first, or you want me to go first?
Oh no, you go first and she'll follow.
Alrighty, here we go. Woo! Let's see if I can do this right. Oh yeah, look at that. My dolly cat is floating.
This is cool.
Yep.
Seed. Oh, there's a creeper. There's a creeper. There's a creeper. Oh my God! No! Walked up.
Oh boy.
Can I say that creepers and I are not getting along right now?
All right. Well, I guess
What?
I'll head upstairs for damage control.
Yeah, more like downstairs.
No, it's on the
Oh
side.
wow.
Is it inside the house?
No, it was on my.
No, it blew up her cotton garden.
Oh.
Let me go find some dirt. Yeah, he's one of the ones that spawn and don't go away at daytime.
Right.
Oh.
And I was putting torches down there, but I ran out and I just never went back.
Well, if it's any consolation, I must thank you.
Why?
You've given me a good intro content again.
You
I
were
may or may not have been recording that moment. It wasn't intentional that was going to happen, mind you, but
That was
Well,
good.
it was.
it was
funny.
comedy
I mean, I'm
gold
not
again. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back
Aw.
Look at what?
I threw the egg at the pig and the little chicken fell out of it. I don't understand.
The rare and illustrious mother pig.
I am very confused.
It didn't work for me. No fair. And the pig just ran away.
All right, so welcome to another episode of Adventures in Advanced Minecraft. I think. I don't know anymore. So, but yes, I'm Ale Messenger. I'm here with Leonard Skinner and Cindy May,
Howdy.
Hey.
and I'm actually going to make a somewhat hopefully short episode of this because there's a lot that we have to do. As you can see, I've extended my house a little bit. Reason being for this is because I'm going to be starting up Tinker's Construct, which I'm really excited about because this is my personal favorites of the mod stuff because it can get you the best equipment needed for virtually any part of the world for the beginning until you get the more advanced stuff like the Thaumcraft and everything else. So, to begin with all this, I'm going to show you the book a little bit and how to make some of the pieces that are in here. And I'm just going to flip through the pages. You can pause the video to look at the different parts that are in here. But these tell you how to make all the pieces of equipment that you're going to use. As you can see by what's down at the bottom on my little item bar, I already have most of the stuff in here. So it's not something that's new, including the chests. But the only thing that I am going to make that is not listed here is the tool forge. And that's probably the most expensive part that you have to make out of it all because it requires stacks of iron, or blocks of iron. I keep saying stacks. So a stack of iron is literally in your crafting bench, every slot filled with a piece of iron. Gives you a block. Then we come over here, put it in the bottom side, and it's going to be there. And what I like to do because, oh, this thing, let me do it. Because I don't like dealing with it being all tall. I like to have them all small. So I'm going to put it down like that. Second time like you do with the crafting bench. And now we're going to work on the building of the actual forge itself. Building this is actually relatively easy. Your platform, the base part of this, where the all the elements and pieces that you'll be putting in here to melt to actually make your ore and different things like that, is always a 3x3 area, and it's always going to be in the very center. What in the world was that? You throwing that?
What?
You throwing eggs at me?
It was just a snowball
Oh, is it a snowball?
or two.
Or two. I hear Tom was like, there shouldn't be anything near me. Okay. So,
Sorry.
It's
I
okay.
found
No, you're
snowball.
good.
I
You're
had
good.
to get rid of it.
Why is it that everybody feels the need to throw them at me? I never understood that. Okay. I'm just going to leave that alone. All right. And oh, and you'll see that I have a second set like this because I will be making a second one, and I'll explain why later on. But to continue with the one that I have originally, once you have the 3x3 area, above it, you need to have blocks that go along the outside rim. This is going to be the amount of blocks that'll be able to hold each element in here. And like I said, this will be shown a little bit more accurately once I have the machine pieces on here. So for now, I'm going to do this. And I'll set that one up later on. Alright, so we have that. Now the next thing that's going to be in this that we're going to need is the part for the actual, the valve and the different pieces that actually make up what you have to, what is the word I'm looking for? The controller and everything else that you use to actually get the elements to form into the casts and everything else. And to do that, you have to make seared bricks. And seared bricks is made with gravel, clay, and sand. I already have part of this together that I got done earlier. I'm going to actually have to replace this with that. And all you do is, once you have the grout that is made in here, which makes me happy that they reference, what is it, is it Defenders of the Galaxy that I'm thinking of? I Am Groot? Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you put them in here, it cooks, and you get to use some bricks. I've already made some earlier, so we're going to kind of skip that step. Let's see, let's go down here real quick, and I'm going to start making the pieces that... The pieces that I'm going to make are actually going to go along this middle row here that I have. So actually, I do need to break this.
There are crickets.
And that's a new one. I didn't know there were crickets in this game. Why did I not know of these crickets?
It's around the chickens.
Oh, that's what they use to feed the chicken.
Aha.
There is a growling inside our house. That is crazy.
All right. Okay, and okay, the controller that you see that I just made, you take the blocks, put it in a circle, and that's how. And you have those there. I'm not gonna make another one right now because I need these to be elsewhere. Whoa, I didn't want that. Okay, and then you put this. I'm gonna put this in the middle because it's a lot easier to handle once in the middle. And you can see it's got a little bit. Nothing is complete yet. So if I put this here, though, it should. Actually, it's not because it requires the other piece that I need to make. Alright, I think... Oh, and upon making each of these, you will also get a book that goes appropriately with those pieces that you're doing. So in this case, the book that we made was Mighty Smelting, and this tells you about the different pieces that you have to make. Like, here we go. Requires a smelting controller, seared tank, 9 seared bricks, which we have those. Any combination of bricks, tanks, or drains, a faucet, and a casting table. All of that is what's required to put it together. This is an example of how some of them make theirs. I'm not going to necessarily do the fancy bricks that they have here on this picture on the left side. I'm instead just going to go with the basic pieces all the way through it. But I am going to keep everything on one side to face the same way. That way I can get them all out easier without having to try to share or try to fight between two different forges, which you'll see when I start working on this more. They also have theirs where the cast and everything's on the ground level where they're standing on it. I like to have mine where I'm facing it because it's easier for me to reach it and everything. But like I said, to each their own in there regards to their personal preference for that. Let's see. Let's go back up here. And I believe next one's that. Yes. That one. That's what I need now. Take you. Leave you. Actually, put this here for now and put this there for now. And then give me those. Okay. This piece here. Okay, so you see that this piece is like that. That's where the little valve that I made earlier that I'm going to make here in a second. We'll go in front of that. That will be what the elements will pour into when we have them actually ready to go. So make that there. Makes it just like you make a bucket with a little V. You put the same shape with the seared bricks, each of the little faucet, and when you right click on it, it'll pour down here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put the searing casting table here, which is what's going to go there mainly, and then the casting basin will be, if you want to get the block form of it, you can put it, you'll pour into there and it'll actually make it into a block form. And anybody got a sleeping bag on him?
Jumping into bed.
Alright, thank you. So it's turning nighttime. I still like how it gives you your chest plate when you're actually sleeping.
Good morning.
Ohio. Alright, so we got that. Faucet's done. Smelter controller's done. Now I got to make the other piece, which I need to actually borrow this, so I want to get the reference for that instead of looking it up. I need to make the seared tank. The seared tank requires... seared tank needs a piece of glass. Of course. The one thing I don't have. Glass. No, listen, I don't think I have any glass. Oh, I have glass. Never mind. Haha. Psych.
Mindy, can you put that back when you're finished, please?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what are y'all doing actually right now? Anyways, I meant to ask that earlier.
Making gates for somebody.
I made gates. I put gates out there.
Oh, you did?
They're
Okay.
just the yellow wood because I couldn't make them in the dark wood.
What do you need?
Oh no, I
It
just
wouldn't
wanted.
make it.
I was just wondering what y'all were doing. That's all. I meant to
It
explain to
didn't
them
give
what's
me the
happening.
option.
All right.
How's it coming?
Them googly eyes, though. What even them
Oh.
googly eyes? Are those the glasses you told me
Yeah,
about?
you like my new look?
I love the new
Yeah.
look. They look awesome.
Yeah, the cow sacrificed himself for me.
All right. Well, if you want to actually see what it is, I just actually got the base part of this done. You have to have the sear tank connected to this smelting controller. This drain does not have to be connected, but you can if you want to. It's optional. I like to put mine together, like I said, because I like to have it all in one spot. But when you see it flaming like that, you'll know that it's ready. And also you'll see that when you open up the controller, it makes a little 3x3 block area. That's where you can start melting your pieces. But I'm going to make this a little bit larger because I do not like having... Oh, jump up here. On top of this basin, then you can jump up here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We don't fall in.
Yeah, now, I will actually... I'm glad you said that. Because actually, you can actually fall in this thing and hurt yourself. I don't know if I can right now because it's not... Nothing's on. But if, like, let's just say a zombie or something were to fall in there and die, you actually get blood as an element, which has numerous uses, from anything from where you can use it to make drops that heal you to making pig iron, I believe, uses blood. I'm not a fan, but, you know, some people, that's just how they work. All that lava that y'all are gathering, that we all gathered from me, are going to be put in this seared tank also. But I'm
In
also...
the chest over there.
It is... Okay, oh, that's right. Y'all put them in there. And then I'm going to make an extra one up here, too. That way we'll have plenty of extra to go around. But that's where I'm going to put it all, is in this piece. So as long as there's lava in here, we can make all of our pieces.
Wait.
Yep. Yeah, and we decided to make this instead of going to the netherworld first because we thought that it'd be smarter to have alamite equipment so we can actually gather the important materials first. Because I thought it'd be easier that way, because I really don't want to have to risk my life trying to do this otherwise. Seared glass, where's the... Okay, seared window. Okay, the seared glass is the one that gives you your extra tank, or you can put more buckets of lava in, so I'm going to make that one real fast. And that one is made... Oh, wait. There we go. And where'd my glass go? There it is. That awkward moment when you put your glass where you left it and you forgot where you left it. Like where it was originally, not like a random spot. Like you put it in the exact same place you had it at in the first place. And you still do it. But
Short-term memory.
I'm really good at that.
Something like that.
Really good at that. Not that I should be.
There's something growling inside our house. It's driving me crazy.
That's why I'm not playing in the
Are you in the
field.
berry bush area?
No, I'm up here by the crafting,
By the front door.
the enchantment table, and there is something growling behind it.
But it's not outside because I walked outside.
I wonder if we have a 2-block tall spot in there that's...
I bet we do, and he's
It's open.
stuck in it. I'm going to go dig a hole.
Alright, have fun. I'll be okay.
I'm going to throw eggs at things.
Alrighty. Okay, and then I'm going to put this stuff in here. That way, as you can see, when it fills up, that means it works. Actually, let me check something. Aha! There you go. Yeah, see, the sear glass will fill up a little bit, so it'll give you a little bit, like about 4 more buckets worth. But, like I said, I'm not going to do that necessarily until I get this first one filled up. But I want to fill all this up now, that way I don't have to deal with it later. Okay. Alright, and each, in the tank, the seared tank and the seared glass each hold 4 buckets each, which is important to know because you'll be having to do this a lot off and on. Oh jeez, come on. There we go. Do this and, oops, number 4. There we go. And also with me opening this, I also left myself a lot more room to make more pieces. And so what I'm going to do now is make this, I like to top this off with 3 tall. It's just a lot easier to manage if you do 3 tall because you have a lot more space to make things. And also it doesn't go over the lovely little roof that I made. And there you go. You have plenty of room now. And if you make it taller, you can actually give yourself more space too. But like I said, I'm not doing that right now. That's for another time. Alright, and then We have this one now. I'm gonna also now what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna go through casing. We have extra buckets, right? Or not extra buckets. We have gold, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm gonna go down there and get some gold real fast because that's part of the casing that's gonna be required. Yeah, the casing is basically the mold. Whoa.
You hear him?
Yeah, I was like really close.
I can't find him.
I can't can't tell on the map either.
Finding any holes.
I wonder if he's like under something. There's some gold. Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
That was like creepishly close. Like it
I
was like
know.
really loud. So I
Kind
was
of like he's standing right beside you, doesn't it?
yeah. Let's see here. Okay, and all right. So to use the smeltery, when you have the ores that you want to put in here, you just put them all in each slot. This one's going to be loaded with a bunch of gold because we're going to be going through gold like there's no tomorrow. And as it's cooking, it'll fill this bar up here. You'll also notice that the lava starts deteriorating. Or at least it starts going down a little bit, which means that it's cooking everything. I'm going to let that go for right now so I can show you guys this part here. The alloys part here tells you about which types are made. Manulin is the best one that I've used in this game so far. I've never used pig iron. It's not as good. It doesn't break as many things as well. Alamite is the level just beyond diamond that can actually break the cobalt and ardite, which is why the Manulin's the best one. So what we're going to do is have the Alamite equipment but Manulin weapons. And the Manulin you can only get from cobalt and ardite, like I said, but that's also in the netherworld, which is another reason why we're getting the Alamite first, because it's going to be a lot easier. Let's see, and then is there anything else in here that I can show you guys? All that stuff is for another time. Okay, so once we get this part done. Okay, so the gold's all been made. We have 27 ingots. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the first case by taking this ingot and making it into a nugget. This should theoretically turn this into a... Okay, so yeah, it pours in there, and then when it solidifies, it makes a case, which makes a cast for a nugget. And so now I'm going to go do that for an ingot. The reason why I'm doing the ingots and the nuggets right now is because you will eventually come to a point where you'll have nugget forms and ingot forms of these things left over, and you'll want to have a place to put those, and you know, to store them and stuff. And so by doing it this way, you're saving yourself a whole lot more time. Let's see, make this into an ingot real fast. There we go. There. Okay, and I have these two chests here that have... come on. Each have different patterns, and I'll explain all these patterns here in a little bit. For now, I'm just going to... Actually, I can use a few of these too. Wow, I didn't get a chance to actually look inside these pattern boxes. But they have a lot of the head patterns and pieces that we need for like the pickaxe and things like that.
Cool.
Yep. But as you can see, when I can organize these into the ingot casts, eventually you're going to want to replace all these pattern blocks, these wooden patterns with these casts, just because it's easier to get these made. You know, and once you have them, you can just put ores into it and boom, you're done. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get started with at least the pickaxe head pattern, which I need to get the other parts for. Okay, so let's get into the next piece. I need these here. Alright. Now then, I'm going to put these over here because these are going to be the pieces that are going to be important for this specific piece of it. Okay, it's tool station. Okay, do not have a tool station yet. So can I shrink you? I can shrink you. Perfect. I probably should have put the parts chest over here, but oh well. Okay, give me that. Thank you. Okay, the stencil table is what you're going to use to make all of your stencils that are going to be making the weapons for this particular mod. And it's not going to show in this one. I think it's this one here. Give me that. It is not showing that either. Well, it's going to show the stencil at least. This is the stencil, how you make the stencils here. You put plank, like you take a little 2x2 area, it sticks across, like diagonal. The plank's diagonal on the opposite side. It gives you, I think, about 4 per set. And I'm going to get my wood out and show that to you here. So let's do that. Boom, boom. Boom. Oops. Boom, boom. Yeah, 4 per piece. Stencil worker! Means I'm doing work. That's a scary thought. My goodness. Okay. Now, I know... I really wish I knew when they give you the book, it'd be actually, you know what? I wonder if that Tinkerer book will actually work. We got the Diary of a Tinkerer, but I don't think it's going to be completely necessary that I have it. And it is not going to do it. Okay, darn. I'm not willing to get rid of my other books, though. So, I'm going to do this based solely off of memory, which is scary. Alright, I believe it requires just a regular tool rod pattern. It should be that one and the pickaxe,
Ooh,
I want to
pretty.
say. So we're going to stick with that. Oh, and then once you have those put in there, you put each of these into a spot here, and then you put, and they tell you what the material cost for these. So the material cost is going to cost you 1, and I do wood for all of my basic patterns because you aren't going to use these anymore after that, and I don't, it would be a waste to use it on iron and stuff like that when you can melt it and put it inside, you know, this here and get it all done quicker. So I'm going to do wood for all of this. Let's go grab my wood again. And if y'all need a day, let me know. I'm not going to be in my bed for a while.
I have a backpack, but I don't know where Cindy May is.
I'm in the bed.
Oh, okay.
That's why I ran inside.
Okay, well, since you're in one, I'll go ahead and get it then. Okay, so we've got our basic pieces built. Now I'm going to look for how to make... Oh, wait, is it this one? Is it this
Well,
one?
I can tell you that the whatever critter is, that it's near the outside wall because it would not let me sleep in the bed closest to the wall.
Okay.
Oh.
So I realized... Alright, so to let everyone know, the Tool Forge actually shows you everything that you need to make the pieces before you even need a book. I didn't realize that was the case. And I forgot to make a tool binding. So, I'm going to back over here real quick, make a tool binding. That one, right? Tool binding, perfect. Go over here. I need to put these in order. Regular stick for a tool binding.
Thank you. I didn't have any torches. I have two.
Yeah, it looks a little too dark. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just getting the rest of these pieces together while making these pieces while getting all this stuff done. That's the wooden tool rod. Oh yeah, make sure that your stick and the tool rod are not... You don't put the stick in here instead of the tool rod because the stick does not count as the tool rod. And it is very easy to mess that up. I have done that too many times. Okay, so get those. I'm going to come in here. Drop those all off. Oh look, tool binding. I didn't even need to make it, and I did it anyways. Oh well. And then I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of these. Yeah, once you make the casts, you don't need any more of these wooden patterns. So I'll be getting rid of a bunch of these. So for now, I'm gonna leave them in here. But as you can see, I've got the basic pieces for the pickaxe made. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the second one of these real quick, and I will explain how to make ores, mix, and everything here. So I will be right back. So I am back. I have made the second one. I decided to evenly distribute the lava. That way we don't have to worry about dealing with anything, but everything's still the same and the same height and everything. My gold is still going to be here. I'm going to leave it in here for a while because I don't want that one to be any different. Now, to do the mixtures for the different alloys, it requires certain pieces on here. And I'm going to see if they got this right. They do have it right this time. Alamite used to say it only requires 4 aluminum ingots. It does actually require 5. I'm going to make them, and I always double the recipe for each one because some pieces require like 8 while others don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double the recipe for the Alamite. So 4 obsidian, 4 iron, and 10 aluminum. And the way that you do that is you put it in here. And I should probably get the aluminum in my hand. It usually makes life a little bit easier. There it is. Something about that just seems very logically sound. So I put 2 up here first on the middle and right side. Then I put 4 around those. And then I take the last pieces that are left and put 10 down there. And as you can see, they'll cook. Now, with some of them being in block form versus ingot, some of them are going to cook quicker than others. Like the aluminum will cook the fastest by default. It's the thinnest, weakest type of ore that's in here that we're using out of all 3 of these. So it'll probably burn up first. As you can see, it's already approaching halfway, and I just got them in here. Iron second, obsidian will be third. Obsidian will take the longest. But thankfully, these don't take very long to make because the casts themselves, let's see, requires 1.5, 2. So 2 ingots of alamite to make these. I'm going to be making 3 sets, so we'll have 6. Oh, and something neat that this thing does. Let me see if I can get up here and show it to you before it goes out. When you look up here, you can see them actually cooking down here in their block form, and then you'll see the liquid form. So like there's the aluminum liquid there, the blocks of iron here are just the iron rings that are inside there, and then you can see the obsidian in here. If you put rotted flesh in here, it looks like a thick pig meat or something like that is in there. Since I only have one set of these, I'm going to show you how to make the casting table and basin. You'll need both of those in the future at some point. To make the basin, you make it like a big U, kind of like you do for the cauldron, only with seared bricks. This is not going to go there right now, so we're going to put it here. And then to make the table, you do the opposites. Just with the bottom one, instead of it being at the bottom, put it the middle row one on the top. It'll make your casting table, which we will be using the casting table here. And I'm going to go get the pieces now that we made. So I need to actually drop off these pieces here first. So
Leonard, it's not.
Okay, give me. Yeah.
I can't find my backpack.
I can get
Sleeping bag.
The sleeping bag.
Yeah, I got mine
There
here.
it
Yeah.
is. Okay. Night night.
Yep. Woo! Okay.
Morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Mornings. All right. So we now have those pieces. I'm going to go get the last of the. So 1, 2, 3, and like I said, I'm going to make 2 of each of these. And the way this process works is you have to have the valve on top of the casting table directly, not a block in front. Like, don't put it 2 blocks in front where you think it'll pour in. Just put it like directly under it. And we'll start with the pickaxe head and just right click on the faucet, and it will pour into it just like you did over there with the gold. And you'll have the pieces starting off. And I'm going to go ahead and do these twice so we don't have to deal with them again. Because progress like that is fantastic. And you got this one here. And like I say, when there's more that has to be poured in, it's going to take it longer to pour it through. Like, you'll see it fill up a little bit slower and everything else, which happens. Okay, I'm going to throw that there. Get that. Give me these. So these 2 there. Then I'll take this. One more time. Do I still have enough? Oh, I forgot. Haha. Okay. I am a genius.
What?
I
You forgot what?
Pickaxe for party of 3. I may have made
Oh,
it for
no way.
I made it for a party of 2. I just have to go back and get all the pieces back out and melt them in back in. It wasn't a fatal error. I just forgot to grab the extra sets. I left somebody in the dust. Didn't mean to. I need.
It's okay. I'm used to being left out.
What does it mean to be loved? I don't know. They aren't showing it anymore. All right. So we've now made 3 pieces. And one more second. I will give you your pickaxe as soon as I get this put together. Okay, go back in here into the tool station or the tool forge. Either one works. I prefer the tool station. It's smaller. They both do the same thing. One's basic and one's advanced. And then you put these each in their respective categories. And boom. 3 Alamite pickaxes. Alright, now hang on. Let me make the modification pieces, and that'll give you everything you need. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a ball of moss. Ball of moss makes the repair 1 and 2 for these. And the way that you make a ball of moss is you take mossy cobblestone and cover every block on a crafting bench, much like you do like iron blocks and things like that. This is the only ball of moss that works for repair. Any other balls of moss that you see do not work. There is another ball of moss that you can make that can make it like a little throwing thing, and you can put it on cobblestone to make it into mossy. But it does not work for the direct enchanting of these things. So I'm going to take these, go back over here to the side again. You're just standing here right in the middle, like walking through you.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if you.
I was reading.
Okay, I was like, I don't know if you
library.
even caught wind that I was doing that. I was like, does she even know that I'm doing that? Okay.
You need to build a library so I have somewhere to read my books.
Oh well, I've got the drying racks up there where you put the books. That's where I put the books as on those drying racks.
Yeah, I was borrowing it. I was reading it, but there's no library.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a library for these things. You just don't need them, you know? You just don't really need them.
Right? Just stand where you are. Let
Yep.
people walk around you.
Hey, well, that's the neat thing about this game is that you can do that, and it's okay. All right, now I'm going to get 1 of each of us. Right. I'm only putting 1 of each type in here of the enchantments I'm doing, and it's going to be the cobblestone, or not the cobblestone, the moss, the redstone, and the lupus. I'm only putting 1 of each on these. We'll distribute them more to get the better effects later on. So just that way for this part we can get that done easier. Redstone increases the efficiency of all of these. So you're basically getting efficiency 1 in a way with these. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, or they call it haste. I call it efficiency. But so each of these are gonna have that. And then the last piece that I'm gonna put on here. Now, mind you, you can put other things on here. I'll show you the book that has all the different enchantments you can put on here. I'm just putting on the ones that I find that are best for us to use in these situations. But as you can see on the side here on the modifiers with this one, it says 1 of 50 and 1 of 450. The redstone, you can increase it to another level if you get more modifiers on here. I'm not doing that right now because I don't think we have enough. I don't think we have enough of anything to do another modification for all three of these, do we? And
I do not know.
besides that, I still have to make the hammers and everything too. But the lupus one, 450, that's it. Like that's the max you can get, but it gives you a whole bunch of stuff, for luck and things like that, for like diamonds and other things like that. I mean, you get like, what was it? Did we have almost like half a stack of coal when we hit one or two blocks in a hollow hill once?
Oh yeah.
It was a ridiculously large amount. So the ones that are common, like big, droppers, this will make those even bigger. But you can increase these up to those amounts. I'm not doing it right now for these, just for the purpose of showing these off. But like I said, you just put more in here that you want to put in. And the block form of the lupus and I think the cobblestone both work. I'm not for certain. I believe they do. And so you can just put the block forms up here to get it done quicker as well. Let's see, that one, and there we go. And we have all three of those done. Now this is just one of many weapons that you can make in here. Let me get the book and I'll show you one more time the different weapons that are able to be made. Where's that book? There it is. Okay. That is not it. This one. I don't have the book that shows the weapons.
Uh-oh.
Fine. I'll get rid of the one I didn't want to get rid of. Oh well. Sacrifices. Now there you are. Okay. The materials in you, volume 2. It tells you all about your tools. And different types of tools you can make. It tells you about what the tools are good on and stuff like that. Mind you, the pickaxe parts that they show down here they show different types, but those aren't the only ones that you can make. As you can see, we just did all alamite for this pickaxe that we just made, so perfect evidence. But each of these show you what different ones do. The ones that we're going to be making a lot of, and you'll hear about later on, will be where is it at? The hammer that we call the hammer, because it breaks the 3x3 area of cobblestone or anything that's not dirt or gravel or sand, and you can push forward like that. It's really good for making excavation tunnels if you want to go for diamond hunting, diamond mining at the very bottom. You can make those. The lumber axe is incredibly useful if you need to gather wood, because when you cut down the bottom one, it takes off all the wood above it, and since these trees go down really quick,
very nice.
it's incredibly useful. Now, mind you, as you can see, it's broadhead axe, large plate, tough rod, tough binding. Those are thicker ones, so they'll require 6 to 8 ingots per one. I know the large plate for a fact takes 8, and it's ridiculously high, but it's worth it in the very end. So just keep that in mind when you're making these things. The other one is the excavator, which is my personal favorite one because I can't stand gravel and sand. It digs a 3x3 area of sand and gravel only, or sand, gravel, and dirt, but does not work on thick ones like the cobblestone and stuff. That's what the hammer's for. Scythe is good for harvesting 3x3x3 areas of crops. So if you want to do potatoes more efficiently without using any extra help, you can use that to do it yourself. I don't think it replants though after you use it. And then of course we have other weapons like cleaver and battle axe, short bow. I do actually plan on making a bow for myself, and they don't have the update in here. That is annoying. They don't have the crossbow or the ninja stars. That was my favorite.
Oh, we need to get updated.
Right? Why? It's at the very end of this, they can also tell you about the other types of materials you can make these things with. As you can see, the alamite has a durability of 700, so it's the second best one that you'll see in here. And that gives you the mining speed and everything that it can break down. Mining level 4 cobalt is any of the really hard stuff in the netherworld that you can't break with diamonds, this can now make, which is why you always want to have this before you go to the netherworld. It's almost like key priority piece. Let's see, the paper stacks. Here's the cobalt and ardite. That's the pieces that make the manulin. But their full tool durability is 1400 and 1000. So when you hit the manulin, it's 3000. Unbelievable. Love it to death. But like I said, it gives you a little bit more information. And then there's a pig iron one, which I don't do because it doesn't. I don't see the point of it. I never figured that out. I'm weird. I know. I only like to use things that are efficient for me. That's why. That, and also they don't have a choice when I make them anyway. So that's how it is. But yes, this is Tinker's Construct. It's a little bit of a kind of a rush to get through it, but like I said, there's a lot more to it when you study it on your own. But like I said, when you get to a chance to actually look through it, you will find that there's so much stuff, and you will love every bit of it. This is actually, like I said, one of my favorite mods aside from Thaumcraft. But next time you see us, we will have all of our equipment, and we'll be ready to go through a couple more adventure areas that we have, because we actually have quite a bit that we are preparing for. So we guess we will see you guys in the next episode. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.